Good morning, hockey family. It's almost 7:30. We've been at the rink for an hour. Your boys are ready to take on the Jaguars of Joliet on their home ice up here in Canland and Romeoville. Great day for Pekin hockey. All squads getting a dub yesterday, 14, 12, 10. 14U on a last kind of a buzzer beater goal. I believe they won 2-1 in the third. Got a chance to see the clip of Mason's goal. Sniping it from the top of the circle as he broke in across the blue line. Nice job, Mason, the Mack truck. Dragons got the scoring going early yesterday, scoring in each of the three periods. Silas, Miles, and Payson burying the biscuits to take a 3-1 win over the Hawks of Chicago. And that leaves us tied for first place with the Huskies of this Joliet area. So both our squads that we'll face today getting a bit of a home game up at Canland, but we're used to playing in enemy territory. So here's the format. Dragons need W's. Ultimately, 3 dubs get you into the game tomorrow. So you'll see us right now. Then we'll see us again for the last game of the day. At that point, we will know what needs to happen. Overtime rules do apply. These Jaguars got 1 point yesterday, or on Thursday, with a tie against the Huskies. Huskies ended up with the overtime win, so they get 2 points. Currently, in the second period, the Huskies are up on the Hawks 2-1. We'll be following that game pretty closely. Mostly because I can see them. Their fans are there standing on the edge. And for those at home, if you want to know, it's going to be Hawks, Huskies. Dragons are sitting down in the front. Jaguars are over here. So we got a whole group of the bracket right there. Dragons getting the home jerseys today. White jerseys, black shoulder pads, piped in red. Black letters, black numbers. Let's go, boys! All right, Shortino line heads out. Tortat doing the plumbing again. Dragons have faced these Jaguars at least 2 times. Going 1-0-1 in league play against them. The last game we played was a 2-2 tie on January 3rd. But it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for you. And I'm feeling good. Away we go. Minnie takes the pass. Sends it over towards Lundy. Lundy trying to dump this in. Jaguars looking to wheel this around the net. Stump putting some pressure on. Puck gets up and out of the zone. Flynn trying to push it forward. Loses it to 98. And here comes Lundy. Tries to knife through a couple. Heads off to Shortino. Shortino gets an edge on him, but goes into the boards fairly quickly. Lundy looking to pull it out from behind. Puck goes forward. Stump picks it up. Loses the puck, but still putting some pressure on him. Nice job, Stump, with the physical nature there. I like that. 98 gains his own, but he's offside, so we'll get a line change. Hodgkin's line will run out. Defensively, we're going to have Beach and Smith. Jaguars flipping into the zone. This will be the first pressure the Dragons have seen in the Dragon zone. Beach takes the puck from behind the net, breaks out towards Jonah. Jonah to Hodgkins, and comes out. Depew will play off the boards. First entry for the Jaguars into the Dragon zone. No shots. Here comes Depew. Stops short, trying to get the shot angle, but gets pulled down. Eli holds the blue line, sends it up towards Hodgkins. And now the Jags have a breakout. But Jonah throwing his body on the line. Blocks the entry into the zone. Cross-ice pass. Hodgkins with some pressure on the puck. Not letting an easy zone entry. Here comes Jonah. Forces this one back into the Jaguar zone. Hodgkins gets the feed from Beach. Sends back to Beach. Beach back to Hodgkins. Hodgkins tiptoeing. Sends this one rifling in, and he comes off. Shortino will jump on. Beach has the puck on the back end. Sends it out towards Depew. Depew's got it on the strong hand side, trying to feed back towards Shortino. Shortino still in a slow slap, but can't get the shot. Jags exit, and they've got numbers, but Eli shuts that down right away. Nice poke check there by Eli. Stumps on, and Lundy's on full Shortino line out there for the Dragons. Eli and Beach still out defensively. Puck gets lost in the high slot. 90 with a shot. And pushed away by Tortat. Nice job, Connor. Mason picks up the puck. He's got Stump to his left. Deeks to his right. Gets an angle on one. A little bit of a trip. Can't get the shot. Defensive line change. Minnie and Flynn on defensively. Stump doing some damage in that low angle over there. Trying to get that puck separated from his man. Told me today, Dad, I watched the video and didn't like I was standing around. I'm going to be moving all day today. Stump pressuring the puck, going deep in the zone. Nice job, Stump. Forcing the longer pass for the Jags. And Shortino able to come out with it. He crosses the line, has Stump right behind him. Lundy to the right. Stump and Minnie working on the far side. Stump picks up the puck. Exits on the far hand side. Can't clear the blue line, so the Jags have another opportunity. Puck high up in the air. Stump trying to get in front of his man. Nice job pressuring the puck there. Flynn exits to Hodgkins. Hodgkins has one to beat. He's got Stump to his right. That's his left. Gets an angle. Shot. Oh, and he hits the top bar. Stump trying to pull that puck back into his body. Stump showing some fatigue. Probably needs to get off the ice. Depew on, Stump off. 91 takes it in deep in the zone. 88 back behind. Still really no shots on net for either squad so far. Oh, and Jonah just can't clear the puck. Tried to take it backwards with him. Shot goes behind. Flynn grabs the puck. Sends it out towards Jonah. They're able to clear the zone. Hodgkins, puck on his stick, has Depew trailing right. Defensive change here, sends out Beach and Eli. Beach has an angle on the puck, going deep into the zone. Stops short, sends it into the corner. Eli, guarding the slot, hits the post. Puck comes out, and Jonah will do his best to get this out of the zone. Nice job pushing this out. He's got Depew, catches him mid-stride, trying to work around one, but 7 shuts that down. The Jaguars are a feisty bunch. They have played us tight the entire season. Depew still has the puck on his stick, gets behind the net, trying to send her up towards Shortino. Dangling around, trying to look for an angle, trying to look for a passing lane. Gets away towards Shortino. Shortino comes in deep, trying to force this puck back onto a Dragon stick. 7:12 remaining, not a shot, still knotted up to 0. Shortino and Depew. Puck gets flipped out. Jonah with the shot. Oh, and goes out to the side. Hard to tell if that hit goalie or net. I'll give him a credit for the shot. Here comes 99. He's got an angle, but Beach trying to force this shot wide. Hits the crossbar. It's nobody there. And Depew will break it out. Good luck for the Dragons. Depew takes it in deep, and we'll get a couple changes here. Lundy on with Shortino and Depew. Here comes 14. Poke check away for Beach. Nice job, Beach, not allowing the shot. Sends it round around the boards. Depew gets in a position. Sends it out, and Shortino's got an angle. Here he comes streaking down the side. Gets center ice, and they're going to say offsides. Lundy must have been a step ahead. 6:06 remaining in the first period. Hodgkins stumping Lundy. The boys have switched centers for the lines at this point. Stump working on the near side boards. Hodgkins takes the puck. Nice poke check there by Minnie. Hodgkins gets it back on the strong side of his stick. Rattles one off the back side of the boards there. They're going to call that a trip. .537, the Dragons PK will get started. 2 for 2 yesterday in the penalty kill. Hodgkins, Beach, Smith, and Stump. Stump will likely be the chaser. Hodgkins, Eli, and Beach staying low. Dragons were able to actually capitalize on a shorthanded goal yesterday with Stump and Shortino. Not sure if they're going to be trying that again. And it looks like they are. Beach dangling around, trying to get this fed out into the zone. Here comes the Jaguars. Number 14 sends a shot, goes wide. He hits that Dixie Chicks wide open spaces. Hodgkins loses the handle, trying to work back to get it on his stick. Eli comes in, sends it out towards Stump. 14 comes out with it. Stump puts the pressure on the puck, gets it out towards the zone, and is able to exit the zone. Nice job, Dragons. 1 minute about to be killed in the PK. And not a shot by the Jags. Puck comes out, Stump's got an angle. Loses the play off the boards. The Dragons do a great job trying to score offensively on the penalty kill. And you can't do that without possessing the puck. Stump waits for the puck to get to him. Gets past and sends it in on net. And we'll get a change of skaters here. 3/4 of the PK done, but you got to finish the full 4 quarters. Beach takes the puck at center ice, sends it in deep. Stump! Puck comes out, 10 seconds left. Shortino gets around one. Gets past another. Takes it in. Shot. And goes in deep. Minnie's on. PK killed. Minnie steps up as a forward. Puck is loose. Can they get the shot? Shortino spins around. Shot off the crossbar. .313 remaining. Backhand attempt. Minnie tries another one. Puck gets out all the way down. We should have icing. And we'll get a stoppage of play. Nice penalty kill for the Dragons. Good looking shots coming out of it. At this moment, it appears the Huskies are up 3-1 in the third period. So it's going to be Hodgkins, DePew, and Lundy. Puck gets out. Flynn can't hold the line. Minnie takes it across. Back on the strong side of the stick. Still forcing it in deep. '97 looks like a speedster here. Takes the puck, but quickly shut down. The defense for the Dragons hitting home, not allowing an easy shot, and to my count, haven't allowed a shot on net yet. A couple of pokes on the post. Flynn, nice exit pass towards DePew. DePew's got a slight edge in speed. Offsides. I don't know what happened there. I think DePew and Lundy, just a little miscommunication. One went in, one then brought the puck out, then brought it back in. All right, so Shortino, Stump, and Lundy, the original Shortino line. Smith and Beach are your defensemen. Stump in the center. Draw goes towards the Jaguars. Slight pressure by the Dragons. Beach stops it at center ice, takes it across the line. Shortino going in, trying to get the pass disrupted. Eli not allowing much of possession here in the zone. Silas, outlet towards Flynn. Flynn trying to exit over towards Stump. Stump pressuring on the slot here. Offsides will be the call. 1:38 remaining in the first period. Nothing. Hodgkins on for Stump. All right, looks like we're going to go with the big line here. I got Shortino, Hodgkins, and Flynn are going to be your forwards. Beach and Minnie defensively. Nope, Flynn will stay back in defense. Center ice face draw. Beach takes it across the line. Edge of speed for him. Hodgkins center ice. Shot goes in. Beach with the goal. And with 1:31 in the first period, the Dragons take the lead. Nice job, coach, setting the players up there. Jaguars take this one across the line, but quickly met by Hodgkins. No trip. Beach lost the stick. Shortino exits out towards Beach. Beach has an edge again. Gets past one. Backhand. Gets in front. Somebody go to the center. Oh, what a nice shot there. Beach fed. Hodgkins coming into the low slot there. Rifle it there and a nice blocker save. Beach has another opportunity, gets past center line, sends it in deep, and they'll dump and chase. Minnie holds the line, sends it in. Shortino will be the first one there. Minnie's flabbergasted, has his stick. Kid runs over the top of it, and he gets called for the trip. Interference, they call. Coach Caleb wanting a bit of an explanation. And the PK will get to work again. Shortino, Flynn, Hodgkins, and Beach on the PK. Puck comes up, shot goes high. He must like Creed, because that shot went higher. Shortino with a backhand flip towards Flynn. Flynn's got an angle. Can he get a burst of speed? Sends it in deep, and they'll dump and chase. Hodgkins takes the puck. Looking to dangle around. Gets tripped up. No call there. Oh, Shortino misses the feed. Back check pressure needed from the Dragons. Here comes 14. Pushed out of the way by Beach, and it clears the zone. Nice job, Beach. That'll do it for the first period. Dragons up 1-0 in a tightly contested game. So as far as stats go, the Dragons lead the Jaguars in most conceivable stats that I can understand and make sense of. Goals for, advantage Dragons. 80 goals in the season to 61. Goals against, 57 to 66 in favor of the Dragons. Penalty minutes, about the only one. We're pretty close on that, 92 to 90. There's a lot of stats when it comes to hockey. You got like ROW, you got PP, PK, all this type of stuff. I don't want to dive that deep. But this game's far from over. Second period looming. 13 minutes will be up on the board. Dragons know they need a win. Win puts them in real good position going into the final game against the Huskies. Now, we appear to have a pretty good Wi-Fi signal at this time. I do believe that this rink is one that will time your Wi-Fi. So if it does go out, I'll press record, we'll get it back on, and I'll do my best to get us back on live during a stoppage in time. So if the feed goes out, hop back on and look for that feed again. And pray to whatever digital god you know to keep the Wi-Fi signal strong. Pray to the god of Wi-Fi. All right, PK. Going to be Lundy and Hodgkins, Eli and Flynn. Eli trying to flip this out. Gets caught up. Nice job, Hodgkins, blocking that shot. And just happy enough to ice it down and kill some time. 1:06 remaining in the PK. Jaguars look to overwhelm the center. Draw goes towards the Dragons. For the Dragons, I should say. Jaguars. There we go. 97 looking to center this around. Comes out. Hodgkins will take this and looks to exit. He's going to skate this out. Has pressure in his face. Gets past the line and looks to send it in deep. Hodgkins chasing in. 97 gets it out. He's got Flynn center ice. And Eli pushes that away. No shot, and they clear the zone. Nice job, Dragons. Hodgkins will take this in deep. Lundy slows out the entry. Hodgkins goes in. You can hear the coaches yelling, go, go, go. He stops, gets his shot, goes right in front of the goalie crease. Eli steps up, forces it in deep, sends his shot. Oh, and it goes wide. Flynn forces it in deep. 13 seconds remaining in the PK, and we got it deep in the Jaguar den. Flynn saw that one coming nicely. Lundy trying to tiptoe around here. 2-1, PK killed. Shortino's out. Minnie's off the ice. 2 for 2 on the PK for the Dragons. Flynn to Shortino. He's got 1 to beat. Got a second man closing in. He goes wide, gets on the strong hand side of his shot. Trying to center up towards Lundy. Puck up in the air. Goes behind the net. I thought that was closer than it was. Gives way to Stump. Stump working an angle, gets pushed into the boards. Eli off, Beach is on. Puck comes out. Flynn will slow it down. Cross ice pass, gives way. Stump will pick this up on the near hand side. Stump to Pew and Shortino. Payson goes deep in. Stump sets up center ice. Depew trying to send a shot, but can't get enough on it. 97 trying to put some speed on Beach, but Beach has wheels too. He slows down. Shortino sends this one in the boards. 5 sets up. Nice deflection there by the Dragons. Pushed away, shot, and goes behind the net. Shortino exits his zone. Stump, nice exit pass over here to Shortino. Shortino on the strong hand side, goes to the center, stays on the far hand circle, trying to center it up towards Stump, but nobody's there. Shortino looked to pass to the high slot, but there's nobody there. Depew gets in front of his man, looks to send a shot over towards Stump. Nice work by Depew, using the body to make sure he gets to the puck first. Pushing around, here comes Shortino. Flynn steps up, sends one bumbling and tumbling below the goal line. Stump with some weak pressure on the near hand side. Beach trying to get this forced back in. Here comes Stump, he's got speed. They cross, trying to dangle, and he loses the handle. Flynn to Beach. Beach trying to hit. Nope, he's going to go in. Sends his shot, bumbling, and on net. Nice job, Beach. Beach gives to Stump. Stump sends it in deep, tries to, but gets in the way. That's going to be offsides. We'll get a line change. Hodgkins line of Flynn. Nope, that's Lundy. I can read. Hodgkins, Lundy, and maybe Depew? Nope, looks like Jonah will stay out. Eli and Minnie defensively. Jonah center ice. Hodgkins goes in deep, takes the puck because he's a man. Goalie doing his best crab walk there, trying to intimidate Hodgkins. But what they don't know is Hodgkins likes seafood. Shot deflected by Hodgkins. Seen this more from a couple goalies. As you're skating in front of the crease, they do a little crab imitation there or something. I don't know. Lundy holds it. Jonah looking for a shot. Sends it. It's still loose, and they are able to cover. Hey, come on! Whistle's well dead. Come on. Five on five, no penalty for that. Stump sets up a shot, it goes wide. Eli steps up, looking to send one back in, and a nice save by the goalie. Draw B on the right-hand side. Stump sets up center. Lundy, back to Eli. Eli cross ice pass to Mini. Mini sends a shot. Still loose. Puck in the net. Nice job. Mini with the shot. I think Shortino buried it afterwards. Dragons up 2-0. Good movement by the Dragons. Started on the far circle. Shortino wins the draw, sends over to Lundy. Lundy back towards Eli. Eli cross ice to Mini. Mini tends the shot, and then Payson buries it. Nice job, Dragons. Shortino wins the draw, sends back towards Eli. Puck behind the net, trying to write down while we're talking. Exit over on the far hand side. Shot comes in and breezes past Tortat. Mini with the puck. Trying to send a shot, but can't quite get the angle. Will back to Mini. Mini trying to hit Shortino. Shortino back towards Mini. Nice passing by the Dragons and covered up. Stop arguing. Hodgkins, Jonah, and DePere out there. Flynn and Beach. Miles is difficult to talk to, especially when he thinks he's right, thinks he's doing the right thing. I think what Coach Caleb was saying is go, yes, you're in defensive positions, but go towards the play. Don't stay on the far hand side. They got somebody called for something here. Don't know what. 6:59. They're going to get Jonah for a bit of a flop. Let's see what the call is. Tripping on Jonah, 6:59. And we got another PK, 2 for 2. Let's make it 3 for 3. Hodgkins, Shortino, Beach. And I think that's Flynn. Shot goes wide. Shortino trying to force this out. 5 will send it in deep. 98 with a nice feed. Poked away and narrowly sent in by Flynn. Here comes Hodgkins. He gets an edge. He's got one to beat. Sends over towards Payson. Payson with a shot. Oh, and it just goes a bit high. Payson slashed. No call. Happened away from the puck. Mini's on, Shortino's off. Deflected by Flynn, not letting the puck get near the net. Backhand flip as gets the zone, and we're about 1 minute into the PK. Dumped in high, that's a high stick. They wave it off because we touched it up next. Puck almost gets out of the zone. Flynn will skate this out. Wheels, go, go, go. Gets an edge on 14, still has the edge. Center shot over towards Mini. Oh, just took it in a little too deep. Mini couldn't slow down. Was looking for the exit. Good draw up of a play by the boys there on the fly. And we got ourselves a shot here. Eli gets body position, trying to stop and wheel around. We're going to have a hook. Shot, kicked away, and that'll do it. Wow. 20 seconds remaining on the PK for the Dragons. Thought that we were about done with that. We're going to have a hook. And so we'll skate 4-on-4 for about 20. Coach Gale wanted to take advantage of this power play, get the extra skater. So tie up for about 20 seconds, pass around, look for a clean shot if you got one. But Ideally, you want more time with the extra skater. Flynn trying to exit, or not exit, trying to pass to himself, I should say. 97 out in front, gets the pass from behind. Nice poke check there by Beach, not allowing an easy entry. Dragons on the power play now. Good PK for the Dragons. Shot up in the air, nice blocker save. And we got ourselves an opportunity here. Mini, exit. Flynn plays it off the boards, but can't get there enough. It's flying towards the net. 22 waves off icing. And it gets out in front. Beach will settle this down deep in the zone. They say no icing. 1 minute down. Beach gets past one. They look for a change. It's 5-on-3. Beach gets an angle. Sends a shot. And pushed away. Nice save. Puck comes out. 97's got an edge. Smith going to meet his man. Not allowing the shot. And an errant pass goes towards Beach's way. '97 still working from behind the net. Hodgkins rifles this one around. Clears the zone. Probably iced. 29 seconds left in the PK or in the power play for the Dragons. Shortino, Mini, Smith, and Flynn. Hodgkins looking for the draw. Shortino should take off flying. Mini sends a pass, exits out here, trying to get past Payson. Goes into the zone, and they lose it. Center ice. Hodgkins not allowing an easy entry there. Exit to Eli. Eli back to them center. Hodgkins picks it up. No, Shortino does. Shortino to Hodgkins. Hodgkins on the edge on the far hand side. Drag. Around one. Trying to toe drag still. Shot up in the air, and they do cover. .314 remaining. Both teams back to full strength. Dragons 3 for 3 on the PK, 0 for 1 on the power play. Shortino stumping Lundy, stump on the left-hand side. Mini and Flynn, Mini on the left. Draw goes towards stump. Puck goes, no, it doesn't go into the zone. Now it does. 14 trying to dangle around. Shot and goes behind. It gets out. Here comes Lundy. Lundy's got Stump with him. Can they make this work? Pass over to Stump. Stump center ice with nobody around. Quickly swallowed up. No call. Mini looking for a center ice shot. Bubble tumble and it goes 5-hole. Mini with the shot and the answer. Dragons up 3-0. Looked like Mini set up the knuckle puck. That thing started up and went down and just fooled the goalie. What a shot. Jonah takes the puck, cross-ice pass over towards Beach. Beach coming center ice, passes in time, stops short, trying to work his angle there. Awkward angle shot, popped up in the air. Eli trying to exit back towards Hodgkins. Hodgkins trying to force it forward. Hodgkins off the board. Depew trying to wrap this one around. Sends back towards Jonah. Jonah sets up his shot. And a nice save. The Smith boys on the left-hand side. DePew and Beach on the right. Hodgkins looking to take the draw. Locks up his man. Eli, no, that's Jonah, tries to come in from behind and take the puck. Kind of a Statue of Liberty foot play from football. Maybe like a little fumblerooski. 47 trying to send it in deep, just can't get a puck on his stick. And here comes DePew. Trying to read the coach over here. He's upset about pretty much everything. I don't know. Beach skating through the middle. Has 89 on his back. Here comes Jonah trying to feed Hodgkins just a smidge behind him. And the Jaguars able to dump it in deep. Eli will pick it up in the far side corner. Up towards his younger brother, Jonah. Eli takes it. Trying to skate it out, but gets disrupted by the sticks of the Jaguar. They are able to exit the zone. 50 seconds remaining in the period. My clock is way off. Here comes Beach. Beach back to Hodgkins. They clear the zone. Nope. DePew didn't know went in. Or came out, I should say. DePew pressuring behind the net. Oh, a nice try to redirection from Eli to DePew, but just a little off. Beach stops short. They clear the zone. Center pass over towards Hodgkins. Shortino on for Jonah. 7 seconds. Shot goes well behind the net. 2-1. And that'll do it for the second period of play. Dragons up 3-0. Moving into the third. I think he was trying to get the call. Oh, my liver! All right, let's see here. 8:07. I'm going to hit record because if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen in the third period. As far as Wi-Fi issues. Dragons up 3-0. If I could read the Huskies' body language, I believe they won. If things stay as they are, that sets up for a winner-take-all 6:30 game tonight, with the winner advancing to the championship tomorrow at 10:25. Got to take care of business right here, right now first. 13 minutes. Dragons have done a great job not allowing many shots on Tortet. I don't believe I've missed any. Now, I'm not great, but I'm pretty good at decent. I'm decent at following the puck with my eyes and tracking whether it's going to go in for a shot on net. Dragons are just not allowing the extra shot. They're not allowing easy entry into the zone. Let's go! All right, the Shortino line heads out. Tortat goes to the net. Trying to set up all the drama. Stump, Lundy, Shortino. Stump on the left-hand side. Flynn and Minnie. Puck draw. Looks like Flynn lost his net guard. Exit towards Stump. Stump with a nice backhand. Throws it in deep. Forecheck for the Dragons will get started. Comes out here. 97 gets a bit of an angle. 98 over to 97. Back to 90. And they get it off the skate. Oh. Let's see what they say. He did push it in with his skate, not the stick. No! All right, they give it. They're saying it was a stick. He clearly kicked it. I can see it from here. And that's why you got to play the full 13. Get it back. '89 looking to take here. Errant pass. This is what kills the Dragons sometimes. The passes that aren't caught in the zone. Oh, a nice feed towards the pew. Caught him streaking, but 7 saw it coming. Hodgkins uses his body. Nice save, Tortab. One minute in, and they've already doubled their shot total from the whole game. All right, so the shutout is gone. That takes some pressure off of Tortat. Now it's just stop everything else. Don't worry about the shutout. Not that he would necessarily be. Minnie sends it out off the boards. Can they get enough speed to get down there? Ice. Not sure if they thought they had something drawn up here or not. All right, Beach and Eli, Stump, Flynn, not Flynn, Stump and Lundy. Words are tough at 7 in the morning. Shortino takes the draw, dangles around one, dangles around another, takes the puck back, over towards Eli, Eli to Stump, Stump just a bit out of position where this pass went errant. 14 goes in deep, still has control, shot goes up and over. They hold the blue line. Here comes Eli. Eli's got Stump out in front along with Lundy. Stump goes near, Eli goes far. Grover at its finest. Trying to center things up, but can't quite get there. Shortino lets it ricochet all the way across the boards. Lundy goes in deep, trying to get this back on the Dragon stick. Nice poke check there by Beach, forces it back in deep. Stump will give chase, and it exits out here to 97. Beach, nice job playing center field, catches this pass. Dangles around a couple. He's got 3 or 4 behind him. Still with one hand, forces it in and still going after the puck. Man on a mission. Minnie with 3 guys behind him. Shortino trying to dangle around everybody. Oh! Shot goes wide. Lundy towards Shortino. Shortino let it fly. Back to Stump. Stump tries to let it fly. Up in the air. Tried to throw that in 3-point style. Not gonna happen. Lundy forcing that into the board. Beach will capture it center ice. Sends it back in. Him and Lundy tie up. Shortino on the near hand side. Sends one into the body of 14. Back check pressure needed for the Dragons. Minnie's forcing this to the far hand side. 86 stays center. Nice job, Beach, getting in those passing lanes and not allowing an easy shot. Shortino, exit over towards the stump. Hodgkins is on. All right, 86 roughing. I'm not sure why they blew it dead when we had possession then. Maybe they had it before I looked up. Timeout. Timeout, White. Dragons will have the power play. 86 sent to the box for roughing. Power play for the Dragons earlier, 0 for 1. So at 9:36 and 9:35 in the third period, Dragons are clinging to a 3-1 lead. Looks like the Sabres and Blues are getting ready to drop puck behind me. I gotta think the Thunder and Timberwolves will be going in the rink to my southeast, I don't know direction right now, in front of me. Ugh. Power play opportunity. We're going to send out big boys. I got Beach, Mini, Shortino, Hodgkins, and Flynn. Hodgkins takes a draw. Mini and Flynn defensively behind him. Beach setting up on the right. Mini steps up, trying to dangle around, loses control. Here comes 14, but he's got Flynn in his face. Gets past Flynn. Here comes Mini. Shot goes across the crease. Beach sends it over to the other side. Jaguars get there first. Shortino, though, using that body, trying to push this forward. Shortino able to exit the zone. Beach has a side. He's going to get there first. Gives away to Hodgkins. Hodgkins sees Shortino. Gives a nice pass over towards him. Back towards Mini. Mini, cross-ice pass towards Flynn. Flynn back towards Mini. Good idea there. Oh, and off the body of 22. Shortino working the puck. Trying to backhand feed. Still loose. Puck. Still loose. Goal! Goal! Beach with another. The puck was never loose. Or was always loose. Never covered up. Jaguars looking for some interference. You'll get none. What? What? Okay. I don't have it right now. I'll try to get you something. Miles has a headache. Let's get the extra goal up there. Okay, we do. Power play opportunity for the Dragons. Give Beach the goal. All of them in there poking and pushing and trying to get this one across the net. Thought it went through a couple of times and finally does. Eli forcing it back into the zone. No icing. Jonah sets up on the far hand side, trying to get the puck back. Beach steps up, sends a shot, and goes behind. Depew sets up his shot into the body. Eli gonna dance on the blue line for a minute. Wait for his boys to clear out. Sends it in, gets a shoulder into the boards. Beach will settle this down at the blue line. Looking to get Depew. Beach with some good body position there. Takes it out, exit towards Jonah. Jonah catches, tries to get Hodgkins on the stride. Stride for stride, Hodgkins gets past everybody. Shot and right into the net body. Nice shot, nice block. 97 has 90 with him. Depew trying to exit, able to get the puck out. 6:46, halfway through the third period. Hodgkins, here's a reclamation project, kid. You got one to beat. You get around. Trying to dangle. Shot. Still loose. Oh, what a shot opportunity for Hodgkins and Jonah there. They've got ice. .6:21 remaining in the third period. Dragons up by 3. Stump center ice. Shortino and Lundy out there. Flynn behind Lundy. .99 crosses. Has Flynn right in his face. 90 sent it across ice. Stump past to Shortino in stride. Shortino's got Lundy right ahead of him. They cross in time. Lundy gives way to Shortino. Shortino loses it in the midst of 3 Jaguars. Tortat up high in the crease, outside of the crease, really. Shortino trying to exit with Stump, goes between Stump's legs. Off of Lundy's body. 99 sends it in deep. Flynn trying to exit with Stump. Stump has one to beat. Big 14 gets past him. What a move! Can he get the shot? Oh, he just can't quite get there. Lundy with a secondary shot. Nice job, Dragons. Stump with a heck of a move on 14. Shortino still talking. 14 must have something to say. .5:10, Dragons up by 3. Hodgkins catches that pass. Looks to skate it in. Off the boards. Still has an angle on everybody. Back towards Beach. Beach catches, sends his shot. Redirection by Depew. Out in front, 4 Jaguars converge. Beach trying to force this forward. Eli left alone to defend. And Jonah does a great job coming to help his older brother. Back check pressure there.